a proud pride of lions, dominates the African valley. Mighty hunters seemingly without rivals. All other creatures are terrified of their strength and speed. Annual droughts often occur in the central grasslands of Tanzania, and this year is no exception. However, this drought has hit the area harder and lasted longer than usual, forcing the lions to fight for survival. The two leading lionesses are raising 6 lion cubs along with 5 young lions that also belong to the pride, forming a closely knit family. Living near the Ruaha River in the heart of Tanzania, East Africa. The peak of the dry season is in August, after which the river becomes an oasis, and all the animals in the area must rely on it. There is still enough water to quench the thirst of all the animals, but it won't last much longer. An impressive herd of water buffalo approaches, having left the barren mountain pastures because there is nothing left to eat there. This year, severe drought has depleted all the water holes in the area, forcing the buffalo to gather into a massive herd, something the lionesses have never seen before. Drawn by the scent of water, the herd descends into the riverbed. Ruaha was once a mighty river that never ran dry. But now animals must go down to the riverbed to find water. As the water level is very low. Water use for agriculture and climate change are contributing to this serious problem, which has particularly affected this region of Africa. Water buffalo need to drink up to 40 liters of water a day, and they drink as much as they can, unaware that they have wandered into a trap. For the lionesses, water buffalo are the most exciting prey. These big cats are powerful and perfect hunters. With the main members of the pride patiently waiting for the right moment, unafraid of these mighty beasts. The bones, flesh, and muscles of an adult water buffalo weigh 800 kilograms, with a horn span of over 1 meter. The lead lioness flattens her ears, signaling the attack. And the young lionesses spread out in the riverbed, their job being to create panic in the buffalo herd and drive them towards the predators, who are positioned at the only exit. The lionesses wait for the moment the buffalo rush up the bank, as that is when the water buffalo are most vulnerable. The lions target a calf, but the herd tries to protect it, with 2 male buffalo attempting to drive off the attackers. The lion's hunting technique works well with smaller herds, but with a herd of this size, it is ineffective. The lionesses are not afraid, but they cannot do anything in this particular situation. The water buffalo have won the first skirmish. Aware of their safety in numbers, the buffalo return to drink more, and the grass here is more nutritious than in the surrounding grasslands. The big cats retreat, their calmness only a facade, as their situation is dire. If they don't find something to eat soon, they won't be able to feed their cubs anymore. The pride leader lion lies far from the rest of the pride, growling louder and louder, and the other lionesses join in with it. The distant lions can all hear. The father of the cubs and its brother join in to help. It is very rare for male and female lions to hunt together, but this situation forces them to do so. The males weigh up to 80 kilograms more than the females, giving them an advantage when facing the giant buffalo. The cubs welcome the father lion. Usually, lions only hunt during the day, but hunger drives them to attack even at night. The water buffaloes have left the riverbed to spend the night on the cooler plains. The lionesses take positions on high ground and wait for the right moment. A male lion approaches the buffalo herd. Despite the darkness, the buffaloes try to stick together and protect their young. But then, the lion's strategy takes effect, and the entire buffalo herd panics. The lions separate a calf from the herd, but just as they bring down the prey, a male buffalo charges in to save the calf. The herd quickly closes ranks, and the lions are left hungry again. Gradually, the pride's life is threatened. The lionesses need to eat urgently if they want to ensure the survival of the cubs. September has arrived. The heat continues to ravage the grasslands and its inhabitants. A herd of elephants appears. The lion pride is exhausted. They are also fleeing the drought. And entering the territory of these large feline creatures. This adds more pressure on the lions. The newcomers will make hunting more difficult. The elephants have been moving for weeks. They come from the Great Canyon Valley in eastern Tanzania. All they want is to find water to drink. First, they mark their new territory, which is no longer the exclusive kingdom of the lions. The big cats cautiously retreat to protect their young. But the elephants continue to exert pressure. Surrounded on all sides, the lions have to keep retreating. After taking over the area, the elephants head to the river, to what remains of it. The water level is extremely low, and the little water left has been contaminated by the thirsty animals. The lions can only watch as dozens of large bodies drain the crucial resource. Hundreds of elephants descend into the riverbed. It is a rare sight. All the animals are gathered at the remaining water source of the area. Climate change has shaken the balance of power. The lions that once ruled the area around the Ruaha River are now being pushed aside by water buffalo and elephants, unable to hunt or reach the river. The pride of lions has to drink from muddy waterholes far away, as the buffalo and elephants have taken over the riverbed. Adult lions can survive a few days without water, but the cubs cannot. However, the lions got lucky, as the water buffalo became careless while searching for the last drops of water. Venturing onto unsafe ground, where quick escape is impossible due to quicksand, and the buffalo will pay dearly for their mistake. The lion seize every opportunity, and none of the buffalo in a small group notice them. The predators do not hesitate. A newly matured buffalo becomes the victim of a swift attack, and by the time others rush to help, it is too late. One of the male lions charges to hold the buffalo down, and the hungry big cats gather around their prey. "15 ravenous mouths tear the animal apart. The hunger of the big cats has made them more ferocious, and it is a bloody meal for survival. It is now mid-October, and the rainy season is usually about to begin. On hot, sunny days, temperatures rise to over 45 degrees Celsius in the shade. The lion cubs are malnourished and exhausted. Even the adults are so weak that they can hardly be recognized as they wander aimlessly in a valley. The Ruaha River has disappeared, and the temperature in its sandy bed is now more than 10 degrees higher than in the surrounding grasslands. 。 . 。 . 。 . 。. . . . 。. . . 。. 。. 。. 。. 。. 。. 。. 。. 。. 。. . 。 . . 。 . 。 . . 。 .
. 。 . . . . . . 。 .
.
。 . 。 . . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . . . . . . 。 。 .
. The entire pride takes refuge from the heat in the shade of trees. Exhausted by the heat and swarming flies, even breathing seems difficult. The dry season seems endless. One of the lionesses tries to produce the last drops of milk. The lion cubs are just skin and bones. If they are not fed, their lives will be in danger. The water buffaloes have split into small groups in a desperate search for water. Some find a water hole dug by elephants and can quench their thirst there as a last resort. But their presence has attracted the attention of the lion pride. The mighty buffaloes have been alerted, but the foam around their mouths shows exhaustion along with terrible thirst. The lead lioness initiates the attack, followed closely by the rest of the pride. This hunt could be their last chance. The water buffaloes have only one purpose: to escape from the sandy riverbed. The lions are trying to prevent them from doing so. With their last bit of strength, the entire herd of buffaloes reaches the bank. The hunt seems to end in failure again. But the lead lioness has trapped a buffalo that lagged behind in the riverbed. She lunges to bite the buffalo's throat while another tries to break its back. A male lion uses his powerful jaws to clamp the prey's snout. It is a deadly kiss. The lions muster all their strength in a wild battle. There is no hope for the buffalo. Frenzied with hunger, the entire pride joins in a bloody feast around the prey. Their unity, bravery, and strategy have been justly rewarded, and the entire lion pride can continue to survive. Life needs more interesting things than just satisfying the stomach. The lion cubs still need milk to grow up, and now they have become more agile. Right after being fed, these young predators turn into playful little feline creatures. And then the cubs grow up. The older ones are eagerly awaiting their first hunt. The lioness knows that the affectionate games will soon end. After a bit of rest in the harsh weather of the dry season, the male lions seek a different sensation. After separating from his brothers, the dominant male will focus his attention on one of the females. For a week, like clockwork, he will engage in the mating process. The whole pride enjoys the quiet moments, but the drought is not over yet. By the end of October, the heat is more intense than ever, and in desperation, the pride's attention turns to the elephants and their newborn calves. This mother elephant always keeps an eye on her herd, while the lions lurk around. The big cats wait for a moment when the elephants are distracted. Their strategy is simple: isolate a calf from the herd. But the young elephants are closely monitored and well protected within the herd. The lions succeed in separating 2 adults and 2 calves from the herd. But the mother elephant is very vigilant, showing her superior strength to the enemy. And the lionesses have to remove the elephant from their menu until a more positive signal appears. As the drought continues into early November, the elephants find their way to the river's headwaters in search of water. The remaining water buffaloes also quickly leave, leaving the lions alone with no prey nearby. But they need to stay put because the cubs probably won't survive a long journey. Hunger makes the lions consider prey they usually don't pay attention to, like these poor mongooses. Or these bat-eared foxes, which always have defenses, but to no avail. As the sun sets, a thirsty giraffe ventures into the lion's territory. While other giraffes can only watch as the ambush unfolds. This prize will feed the entire pride for a while, possibly until the rains come and many other animals return. The remaining giraffes seem to be expressing their final condolences to their fallen comrade. It is now mid-November, and the heat wave continues to claim more victims. With the survivors seizing every opportunity to get through. By early December, the lionesses notice a change in the air. Finally, the rain arrives, but 2 months late. Life has returned to the dried-up river. An indescribable excitement for the creatures of the grasslands. The rain is a promise of life returning in all its glory. The animals have survived another dry season. The lionesses have made every effort to save their families, and the pride can look to the future by the Ruaha River with new optimism.